Let's look at a mystery. Picture a massive industrial bakery factory. It's the end of quarter 1, and the financial statements have just been finalized. The bottom line shows the highest net profit in the company's entire history. The CEO is thrilled. He takes one look at that soaring profit margin and immediately cuts a massive bonus check to the factory manager, rewarding him for a highly successful cost-cutting campaign. Fast forward exactly 6 months to quarter 3. Major franchise clients are terminating their contracts, the company is bleeding cash, and the production lines have come to a dead stop. How does a manufacturing powerhouse go from breaking its own profit records to staring down bankruptcy in just 2 quarters? The answer lies in a dangerous corporate illusion. A flawless, highly profitable balance sheet can completely mask an organization that is actively dying from the inside out. To understand why, we have to separate how businesses measure success.
Financial metrics, things like sales, net profit, and return on equity, are what we call lagging indicators. They are post-mortem results. They only tell you what has already happened. This diagram illustrates the alternative, leading signals. These are the actions and conditions that occur first, dictating exactly what those financial results will look like months down the line. Running a company by obsessing over lagging financial data is exactly like driving down a highway at 100 miles per hour while keeping your eyes glued exclusively to the rearview mirror. You might feel like you're making great time, but by the moment you finally see red numbers appear on a balance sheet, the crash has already happened and it is too late to prevent it. Let's rewind our bakery investigation back to quarter 1 to see how that manager actually achieved his miraculous cost reductions behind the spreadsheet. His first tactic targeted the staff. He slashed employee benefits and forced the floor workers into endless cycles of unpaid overtime. While the green line shows net profit climbing, the red line shows employee turnover spiked simultaneously. 25% of top talent walked out in 90 days. For remaining workers, attendance dropped, and their employee net promoter score crashed downward. Squeezing staff for short-term gains destabilizes the foundation of the operation, making it impossible to sustain the very results the CEO was celebrating. The manager's second cost-cutting tactic was mechanical. To keep the assembly lines moving faster and save on technical labor, he completely halted preventative maintenance on the mixing and baking equipment. In manufacturing, you track machine health using OEE, or Overall Equipment Effectiveness. It measures the true availability, performance, and quality of your hardware. Looking at this process flow, stipping maintenance causes our central machinery node to flash red, representing constant micro-stoppages. As shown by this expanding red loop, these stoppages trigger a severe drop in first-time yield, wasting massive amounts of raw dough. You can push a machine past its limits to save a few dollars today, but sacrificing the engine's health inevitably causes the entire production line to seize up, turning theoretical profits into physical waste. The manager's final shortcut targeted the recipe itself. He switched out the standard wheat for a cheaper grade of flour and entirely eliminated the dough-proofing phase to push batches out faster. The physical results were disastrous. Defect rates tripled, and the bread began collapsing in the delivery trucks before it even reached the buyers. The impact showed up immediately in the Net Promoter Score and customer churn, the metrics that track whether your customers actually want to come back. The bakery's loyalty scores tanked within weeks. B2B franchise owners called the factory furiously, complaining about the hollow bread, and those calls were immediately followed by formal contract cancellations. The customer is the ultimate lifeline of any operation. Once quality is compromised, the revenue loss follows as a direct consequence of the damaged reputation, erasing any savings found in the supply chain. So let's look at the full picture. You have exhausted, burnt-out employees trying to operate failing, unmaintained machinery, using cheap ingredients for bad products. Every single one of these leading signals was screaming fire in quarter 1. Months before the financial statements registered a single lost dollar. The CEO's blind obsession with the lagging indicator of profit deafened him to the actual reality of his crumbling factory floor. So, how do you build a proper radar for your own business to ensure you don't end up like our bakery CEO? First, demand equal time for non-financial data in your executive meetings. Second, implement an anonymous, scientifically backed system to measure employee morale. rather than just guessing how your team feels. Next, ensure your leading indicators actually align with your core strategy. If sales are slowing, look at this graphic. You need metrics that force you to fix root processes, like improving shipping logistics, instead of just treating the symptoms by aggressively cutting prices. Fourth, ensure these leading signals, especially operational data from the factory floor, are updated and visible in real time, not just reviewed once a month. Managing the entire chain of inputs ensures the business remains stable. When the operational health is sound, the financial results become a natural byproduct. A business cannot survive if the driver insists on navigating the road ahead by staring backward at a spreadsheet. You have to look out the windshield. Watch your leading signals, track your people and processes, and predict the future before it arrives. Mastering these non-financial indicators shifts you from merely reacting to crises to